Hey everybody, this is Chris Gorgoroso from Element AMS coming to you in your inbox to give you an end of the year wrap up of all things Element. Um, Today on this video, what I'd like to do is highlight some of the major development we've made over the year, really surrounding the theme of company memberships. Throughout the year, we really focused on building a space for organizations and their administrators to interact with associations that serve organizational memberships and have a need for administrators to be able to act on behalf of their companies. I think one of the things that we think about here at Element is always think about the individual member, but I think also sometimes we forget about the companies that bring those individuals to us, right? And so we really wanted to focus on making sure that they had a good experience and solve some of the problems that we have when it comes to maintaining rosters and billing and things of that nature. So today, what we're going to show you are um, basically two features and peppered in there a few of the other bits of functionality we deliver throughout the year. Number one is our admin portal, our company admin portal, uh, which basically gives a space for those company administrators to interact with the association by updating their information, keeping the rosters up to date, making purchases, paying their invoices, downloading everything that they need, just like an individual would be able to. And then also our roster functionality. So we'll dig into that, and then through that, I'll highlight some of the different functions that dropped throughout the year. Um, and we hope you enjoy. And so it'll be a very quick demo so that way we can get back to the holidays, baking cookies, buying presents, and wrapping those presents and all the fun stuff. Hey everybody, this is Chris Gorgoroso from Element AMS coming. Okay, so here we are. I am logged in as Diego Alsugaray. Diego Alsugaray is the administrator for ABC Company. Now what we did is we just logged into the individual member portal. So all things individual. This is all about the member. They get to update their profile information, register for events, purchase their memberships, renew their memberships, sign up for auto renew, all the things that you would typically do for an individual. But he's not here to administer on behalf of himself. He's really here to administer on behalf of the ABC company. And so what he can do is go to the site nav here, click on the ABC company, and we are at an entirely different site. This is its own space. And what's different about this space is that it recognizes that you've decided to administer on behalf of the company. And so therefore, everything that you do in this site is on behalf of ABC Company. So if I navigate here to the company information, you can see we're literally talking about anything that has to do with that company record that we have in the database. So as Diego creates an invoice or renews a membership, that's all going to be in the context of the company now. And it's not just limited to companies. We get that question as well. This can be a chapter admin portal. It can be a committee admin portal, volunteers, groups, any any space that you might need where somebody needs to administer on behalf of an organization, and whatever that organization might be, you can create that space for them. And it's very easy to configure who you want those administrators to be. So whether you're marking them with an admin checkbox, or maybe it's a role value, like the primary admin, as an example, you get to define who those people are. And further, many people can administer on behalf of one organization. And similarly, one individual could administer many organizations as well. So entirely up to you on how that works and what suits best for your organization or your clients' organizations. So now that we're in the admin portal, just want to highlight a few things. We've got obviously company information, addresses, your memberships if we have it, payment methods, invoices that are there for the organization to pay their outstanding invoices, or downloading those invoices if they need them for year end. And then finally, we've got our company roster. I'm not going to dive too deep into this here because I'm going to show you another version of this as we're doing a member join and renew. So right now, what we've got is the ability to update that roster if I come in as the administrator to, administer on behalf of the organization. But we all know that doesn't always happen very often. You kind of have to get them when we do the most common touch points. And so what we're going to display here is one of those common touch points being while you're joining or you're renewing a membership. Now I just clicked on create a member, join as a member, and that's putting me into this member join for the organizational membership. And the demo that we're doing here is this organization pays on behalf of individuals. So it's really important to have that roster up to date. Okay. And so here, what's happening is that we have navigated to this page where it says, hey, before we go over to the next page, update that roster for me. So that way you have the correct people in your list before we start assigning those memberships and buying those memberships for those individuals. And so if Diego were to add somebody new, let's put Tony DeLeo. You can see when Diego adds somebody, we have our starting roster count, and then we're ticking it up by one. And you can also see the addition added here directly. Similarly, if I wanted to edit, and you can edit in mass, I'm going to select a few people here. Let's edit a few and give them all a new role of billing contact. You can see that those edits are added here as well. And so you also have the ability to remove. So I'm going to remove Mike here. And you can see it's ticking up and back down. So we had a starting count of 39 and back to 39 because we added one and removed one. But also, if you have those really large rosters and you need to, it's kind of hard to kind of navigate through them. This will allow you to filter once you've added and removed this. And this entire component is also listening to once you've uploaded a file as well. Okay, so once you're happy with that, you move on to the next page and you have the ability to assign membership. And here what I'm doing is literally specifying which membership I would like to purchase for those individuals. And if I want, I can even say, hey, you know what? Give me all my billing contacts and I'm going to bulk assign a whole big group of them because I know these 5 are going to be a professional member. And also give me my owners. And I'm going to bulk assign some of these owners as the executive members. Saved. And you can see that it's adding those line items to this selection summary here. And so if I go next, that's going to take us to our shopping cart that shows us everything that we've added to the cart, as well as the details there. So I get to see that one last time before I go and make those payments. If I want, I can remove them as well. And then finally, we'll get to checkout, where I want to highlight a couple of new features that we delivered this year, like our purchase order functionality, where you can submit a purchase order. This can be accounting impacting or not. So if you won't choose to only do pro formas here during this purchase order, meaning that they're not going to receive membership until they actually submit a payment, you can do that. Or if you want to give them the ability to invoice themselves, they'll get the membership immediately, but it's going to create an accounting receivable inside of the database, and we will be reaching out for them to make the payment for that. So entirely up to you how you set that up. And we also have the ability to apply credits. So if there are credits available for the organization or the individual, you get to apply those credits here on checkout before you process those payments. So hope you like what you saw today. I know I kind of sped through everything. I tried to keep it as close as I could to 5 minutes. I didn't want to take too much of your time, as I know we all have a lot of plans coming up for the holidays. So if you want to see anything else, or you just want to ask a few questions or just talk about, you know, anything that Element has to offer, please reach out to us. My Calendly will be in the email, and my email is chris@elementams.com. Hope you all have a wonderful end of the year, and we will see you again next time.